Sunday in ordinary time. Yea. The readings invites us into something both challenging and deeply hopeful. They call not merely to follow rules, but to allow God transform our hearts. Jesus is not interested in superficial obedience. He wants a way of life that flows from the inside out. If you choose, you can keep the commandments. So the choice is ours. So Sirach reminds us that God has placed before us life and death, good and evil, not as a threat, but as a profound affirmation of human dignity. God trusts us. He believes we can choose the good. He doesn't manipulate our freedom. He honors it. He does not impinge on our free will. He gives us the ability to make the choice. And this is a countercultural message, because we live in a world that often says we are shaped entirely by our past, by our impulses, by our environments. Yes, that is true if you base it purely on psychology. But the scripture insists you are free and your choices matter. Your choices are important. So grace does not erase our freedom, rather it elevates it to give us the dignity that we are, the dignity that we deserve. So in the gospel, Jesus says, He has not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. And then he goes deeper. Not just do not kill, but do not harbor anger. Not just do not commit adultery, but do not let your lust rule your heart. Not just do not swear falsely, but let your yes mean yes. Jesus is showing us that sin doesn't begin with the action, it begins in the heart. And holiness doesn't begin with heroic deeds, it begins with a heart aligned with God. He's not raising the bar to make life difficult. He's revealing what true freedom looks like. A person who is free inside does not need external threats or rules to behave well, because the character is formed and we act out of love, not compassion or pressure. St. Paul on his part tells us that God's wisdom is mysterious and hidden, not because God is secretive, but because his ways are deeper than our own instincts. The world says, do what feels good, protect yourself first, get even, look out for number one. But Jesus says, be faithful, be truthful, be pure of heart. This is not a naive idealism. It is the wisdom that built the saints. It is the wisdom that changes families, workplaces, parishes, communities. It is the wisdom that makes us fully alive. So the heart of the matter is the heart that we cultivate in God. Jesus is not satisfied with external compliance. He wants to heal the roots of our behavior, the anger, the loss, the dishonesty. These are symptoms of deeper wounds, deeper fears, deeper desires. The good news is that Jesus does not just command, he empowers. He doesn't just point to the ideal, he walks with us toward it. He doesn't just say, be better. He says, come to me. Holiness is not self-improvement project. It is a relationship. Dear friends, this week choose one area Jesus mentions: anger, reconciliation, purity of heart, honesty, and bring it to prayer, not with shame, but with openness. Ask, Lord, what is happening in my heart here? Lord, what do you want to heal? Lord, what freedom are you offering me today? God never exposes a wound without offering healing. So, dear friends, Jesus calls us beyond minimalism, beyond what is the least I can do, into the fullness of life. He wants to shape our hearts so that our actions naturally reflect His love. The commandments are not claims, chains. They are pathways to freedom. And the God who gives them to us, also gives the grace to live them. May we choose life. May we choose the wisdom of God. And may we allow Christ to transform our hearts from within. May God bless you and have a beautiful week.